Yeah.
Hey, yo guys, welcome to another episode.
You sounded like
with a
Don't take it out. Don't take it out.
You sounded like Mike Tyson. Hey, you sounded
We'll
like
think
Mike
about
Tyson.
that. We'll think about
Where are the pods?
It's not pause because I made the things that you cannot make that pause to be done.
Yo pods, welcome to another episode of the Join Podcast.
Hey.
By Arisimo, Uncle Pote,
What's
and my
up,
brother,
y'all?
Bitoko.
What's up?
How's it, my
Welcome to
people?
the episode.
Hey. Try to guy.
No,
Boo.
man, really. It happens. Let me know, share not too far.
Ne?
Yeah, it happens.
Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm not well.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
When
How's
are we talking?
Yeah, I am good, man.
Are you good, ne? Coping under the circumstances.
I'm not cool, Pacho.
Yeah, re tla bjang.
Mari whole loud tools.
Loud too.
Yeah.
Color season for you.
Galaxies.
As long as really safe.
Safety. Hey,
There's too much happening mo lefatsheng.
Yeah.
There's too much happening mo
Tabela
lefatsheng.
safety, tabela flower, tabela life.
But we're gonna update you more on what's been happening later on in the episode. For now, Neginyo ko bolela ka something that we have never discussed before. Ne? Hore, as much as when we consume marijuana, we are always saying hore, or maybe not us, but because we believe in the greater and the better cause of it. I get the positive side of things. You know, everything good. Like other people, bare, you know what? It's a drug, and a drug stays a drug. High twos.
Yeah.
But then there was a study that was conducted, ne? Hori, I actually want to read out the stats to you. Hori, it actually has a good effect on sex.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Honestly, yeah, sexually, okay, now I've experienced it nicely as well because there's a certain experience to it. Like it's not the same way when I haven't smoked cannabis or I haven't consumed cannabis than when I've consumed cannabis. When I've consumed cannabis, whether it being edible or through smoking it, yeah, the sex is different. Sex is different. Like most things, everything is different when you consume cannabis. Because for me, I feel like I'm more in touch with everything that I'm doing at that time. So
You're more aware,
yeah,
basically.
more of a lot of things.
Therefore,
yeah.
in the moment. Because
yeah.
sex is something that's just deep. Like, you have to be in the moment to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, obviously, like, when I feel like everything is intensified.
Yeah, even music, when you listen to music, like when I listen, personally listen to music when I'm high, like I could have missed a couple of lyrics that made sense. Even back when I was listening, they made sense, but I didn't catch it. And maybe I catch it later on when I'm really like stoned and chill.
Yeah.
We're like, damn, that's what it means. I didn't hear it before. Even like the sounds.
Yeah.
Like, you hear
They're
them
distinct, ne?
distinct, very, very distinct when you like, you hear it clearly.
So I just want to read out hore the results and I think I couldn't agree more because I've had sex high and not high and I felt the difference.
Yeah.
So they analyzed results from 216 questionnaires completed by people with experience using cannabis with sex. Of these, 112, which is 52.3%, said they used cannabis to alter their sexual experience. 38.7% said sex was better. 16% said it was better in some ways and worse in others. That 16% said that. So the negative is quite slim. 24.5 said it was sometimes better. Sometimes. Not all the time. Okay. And only 10, which is 4.7%, said it was worse. 4.7% said it was worse. So clearly, like, it makes a huge difference. People can spice up their sex life using cannabis. Yeah. People struggle.
Hey, Joe, Marla struggle bjang jo sexy limonate bjang.
Yeah, it's nice, but then
Yeah, guy, like some people struggle to open themselves up to that level.
Oh
like,
yeah.
actually, yes,
Mare, loosen up, man.
yeah, you need
It's
to
not
be
Give
fully
me your
in.
body,
Yeah,
girl.
it's not as easy as
Come
that.
on,
It's not
man.
as easy as that, bro. Hey, some people really struggle. Like, well, easy, bro. I'm sure you face the people that already, maybe they struggle with some part of their body.
Yeah.
Oh
Because-
yeah.
Yeah, it happens, dog. You know.
So
Yeah.
also like a chemistry, another reason for you to get into the gang
Yeah,
and
yeah.
be,
But also,
over mudilong.
See, that's the reason why I don't like rushing to having sex. Dog, like I like taking my time so that the person is comfortable with me being around them. I know I'm comfortable around anybody. But, just so that the person also, like, it looks feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
let me give you an example of something maybe. I don't like speaking too much, but anyways, I've had an experience of somebody who was I'll say subconscious maybe, too much about her boob size. So she wouldn't take off her bra, for instance. And she told me why she told me the reason why she wouldn't do that. And I respected that. But you understand already, she's comfortable enough to, but aspect she's not.
I understand that. I've also had that. Also had a person uncomfortable with her boobs, so she didn't take off her top.
Really?
But then with me, Joe, it was like, Joe, for me, I mean, the boobs are part of the.
They are. Yeah, they are.
I mean,
they are.
like,
But
I want to suck on those nipples when I hit
Exactly. Like, it's part of the whole experience and
Yeah,
sensation. And even the touching is limited because now there's Lesela over. That's just.
producer something there, something like yeah. You nasty. That's nasty.
Man, that's nasty.
What? No, man, it's not nasty.
No,
Tell me.
I'm just teasing you, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially I think big-breasted women, most of the time, it hurts apparently because the whole movement, move quite obviously you're not going to be in the same stationary position unless kunenkinga. But yeah, so like
Yeah, so at least if it's once you experience with cannabis for me to actually say you could try that because of you might be a new user of cannabis and actually can't find out that it's not that's not for you.
Yeah.
Because I had illegal one, I remember. So it might make you more anxious or make you more
like rather paranoia taps in. The paranoia that we always talked about taps in. If it's all flow, but yo.
So it works differently for different people, but as the study suggests, like, I'm cool, right? A lot of people, it has actually improved their sexual life. So it's
What about y'all's experiences, like little village?
My experience is good.
Yeah, mine awesome. It's really
It's good.
Awesome.
Marana, like I used to smoke quite often to eat. Like there was a point in my life, it was because of certain medication that I was on, and the medication like no sandu CD. So then but like Nikitu, but to eat basically. Hey, guess my appetite.
I'm like this, like for instance, I struggle with appetite. Like it's not normally like I eat breakfast. I'm hungry for breakfast.
Really?
Yeah, like.
Nigga, you should check yourself. So the first thing I want to do when I wake up is
eat. Yo.
No, it's maybe because I ate late. That's why it happens like that.
Oh, yeah.
I can eat around 9, 10.
Yeah, you should eat like at 7.
No, because I also sleep late as well. So.
Oh yeah, when I'm you hardly do the sleeping.
Yeah. So
no man.
So and nothing like more researching, but you can actually get a strain that's basically gonna help you to get an appetite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue cheese. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Blue cheese.
Well.
Yeah, blue cheese. I know with blue cheese I used to get hungry like
Yeah.
Yo.
Blue cheese definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that thing can be an aid as well. So I'm like, if I can get aided while getting high, probably win-win for me. I enjoy it, bro.
And at least getting something into your system. Yeah,
so,
no.
but different strokes for different folks, I get it.
But guys, did you see on Twitter there was a girl, she posted her she had been a rape victim, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I think I was. I don't think it was
to
a rape, but I
Thabo-
think I attempted maybe.
Thabo
yeah.
Besta committed those crimes against her. So I'm not really sure, but I think he did rape her.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. Yeah.
And she said, "Hore, Thabo Besta was spotted, and this guy apparently died in a fire that broke out at a prison. I don't know where he was arrested. And I carry how justice is how sway
Like, Jordan and Magadit, when I saw that case, I was like, damn.
how does that
These
happen?
things happen. Go the movie, go the series. No, we're all
Like no, like ho matasatasa, ho senyehile. It's
That story, like the way it was said, like it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
And now
like, you have a like snippet of it. Maybe you can check it out actually.
Yeah.
Because of like AI, it's crazy. Like because of if you check the pictures that were posted allegedly, like saying that it's him.
There are
like,
so many similarities.
like,
Marantoi borang no ne ke hore this person Dr. Nandi hana because ona lebana how dare you
if that's the case if
Hore,
like,
it's more inclined to be the case looking at everything that's happening, like the story, the Porsche, same color, same model like hers, and I berikisang because he was still apparently like luring women in. Women came out with their stories. Yeah. So babamba poster dinamba vela bablelor ki KC ing that guy na pretender na berikisa what do you call it? Nickname.
Yeah.
I don't know the formal word for it. Yeah. And then
aliases,
an alias, Ati Pizza KC, and then Afasabanyana, some Anyokuba, holding someone against their own will, basically. And then others he raped. You also mentioned who he murdered.
Yeah.
You told me.
On Facebook, I don't know, it was called the Facebook what, but he did murder someone.
So how does Dr. Nandipa allow Banaba High if
if it's him, it's a crazy story, like it's unbelievable. Like I don't know what to think of it. If it is true, like it begs to like I put sort of how did it actually happen, the whole process of it, because of. He was declared dead like a castle.
Hey, my bro.
You're not even protected in this country. Like if people like that can roam the streets, you understand?
It's a very bad situation if it's really that's really the case. Yeah.
And there was confusion. Lohona, there's two Dr. Nandipas who are physicians in the medical field, and then Omong was now under scrutiny. Wana Nurki, another Dr. Nandipa, and it was another Dr. Nandipa. So someone else also got kind of affected. But Unsite's statement, I don't know, it's not me, and blah blah blah. She's very far from the situation. Yeah, but no, that's bad. I mean,
that's messed up.
Political cases that we have in our country, different cases that we have in our country, they don't make sense, or they just cut off abruptly.
You lose trust
in the whole justice system.
Because I think it was the time I was talking about this. I was shocked to hear that there's actually 2 privately owned prisons in South Africa right now.
What? 2 what?
What?
2 privately owned prisons.
Privately owned prisons.
Like, I got originally most of the state-owned prisons. I get.
Yeah.
But I was shocked to hear that.
Why would you need a privately owned?
I haven't really verified the information yet, but what was said was that there's 2 private prisons. But remember, you asking the question, why would you need a private prison? State Salah, it's overcrowded. And with the current state of the country as well, crime is always going up. So it tells you that there is a need for that. And so
who owns them?
I want to check the story out more, but I was shocked to hear that because I think I was talking to you about remember, and I asked you if you would ever invest in a private prison. Remember I asked you about it? Because I was checking to see if there was like a privately owned prison in South Africa. So I'll say I was shocked to hear that there's 2 of them. Like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely check
we
more
gotta
on
check
that.
more.
I say, like, Hotonali case, Zoom, I get it's private.
Yeah, it's a private prosecution.
Yeah,
Private
so
prosecution.
maybe that's, I don't know, private,
What is
private.
a private
Everything has to be
prosecution
private.
I get the aspect of private prisons, but what is there's a privately owned prisons. So yeah, private prosecution, like okay.
Now, man,
Or maybe we're just saying because of
Maybe
it's not gonna be
go.
on any media coverage on it. Maybe.
there is media
There
coverage.
is media
There's media coverage on
coverage.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's better because now, when the state is involved in a case, the outcome could be different, you know? And I think when it's private,
I think,
there's not much state influence on the case, you know? So I think pure evidence is given with no influence from the state whatsoever. But the law is the law at the end of the day,
Yeah, the law
you
is the
know?
law at the end of the day.
So, le hona state hape we tsona ko ngwe se stara. So private now, you know, the case gets more detailed, you know. Everything private is better, we all know that. You know? Yeah. So maybe the case gets, you know, properly examined. Na ko ngwe ai dilo tsa state, you know. People feel hore too much influence, not too much efforts given, you know. Clarity is not clear to see.
I saw a post. They posted like the remember with the national shutdown. They posted the picture with the number of police that actually can be deployed to handle the whole thing, and there was a whole lot of them. So people actually say, "Wow, can't we have this much manpower?" But they were still they understand. But Lana, there was a lot of them.
There was a lot to see because
it's only
cops are hardly on the roads, guys. Like was sokola who abasa patrol like they used to call it.
That's why like crime irahala so easy now. They're not on the streets, man. They're not on the field. They have to be there, but they're not.
They're not.
How many times do you see a police car in a day?
I live in Policeville, but I see
and you're supposed
to see them every day.
Yeah, you see it, but I mean, like in a day, you're supposed to see like a police van, a patroller, maybe like 3 to 4 times around the hood, around the block.
Yeah, you're supposed to feel safe. Their presence should be there.
But dog, you hardly see it.
And now we don't go to a police station.
No, not really. I just live where cops come to a lot of times.
Why? What's happening?
I live next to a park, by the way. So so
people do nasty things at the park.
Yeah, that park is.
Yeah, that park is
very, very active.
It's very active.
Yeah, it's very, very active. So
drug wise, crime wise.
Yeah,
all of
drugs.
Stuff,
drugs
as well as crime. Yeah.
You're mad at drugs, guys. This thing is a problem. People are now switching from nailing Monopi. Some people are doing crystal now.
Crystal,
it's bad. There's this guy, primary. He was a really good artist, love color, a vibrant person. Nigga started using. Now, it's like it's not him anymore. Like it's not him anymore. And the fucked up thing about that is that now I'm talking to all my stoners out there. Now when you're blunting and parents will say, but no, this is how it all starts. You know, now you're blunting and then now you're gonna elevate. It's because I saw about taping, but in out there and the things that are happening out there.
Even with the whole narrative that came through, was put across as the gateway drug. So they still have most people still have that narrative. It's a gateway drug. So it's gonna come to that level when you're planting. Parents gonna look at it. Somebody close to you might look at it. Who doesn't understand? Might look at it like that. Right? After this one, you're gonna go to something else. You're gonna switch to something else. So
your personality wise, some people just have really addictive personalities. You know, and they're always wanting to push to the edge. You understand? Like I caught a so unyaka more and more and more and more.
Always chasing the something higher.
Hi, but
it's a tricky one. It is a huge problem that we're facing because of it comes down to the society. What are we doing about it? Seeing a lot of drug usage and whatever. So
I hope something gets done. There's still a
something
lot
has
to be done,
something
in society.
Yeah.
But that is something that should be worked on.
Yeah.
You
So
understand?
Don't you think
So also-
the level of unemployment is also
People have nothing to do. If I can
Yeah.
sit all day and smoke with my friends while the government is giving me 350 every month, and do you expect me to really do something? Do you expect me to really change if now I can just go into petty crime because I know hore ahuna, like it's rare hore ba ka ntshwara, maphodisa re na active, like you know.
So I also like to say to stoners out there, let's try also, because of we live in a world that you're always gonna get scrutiny once you are a stoner. So try to limit the things that you do. Don't try to smoke at a park, something like that, because of once you're there also with the next person who's smoking something differently.
Do it in the right way. I get it now. It's
also look
permitted
upon with the same light
privately.
Yeah. So try to respect the law as much as you can. To do it privately.
Do things in a right way.
And also please remember to cannabis responsibly. Also,
you can function. Bona DJ Mapurisa guys. Mariana, he smokes it publicly.
Does he? Public guy.
Hi Giga.
Yeah, I get Maragiga. It might be that is a space owned by somebody.
It's a private space.
Permits him to
do that. Yeah.
But in clubs, no, I don't see him doing that. I don't see him do. Talking about Mapurisa, I heard a story where apparently youngster got 5 million rand. I don't know if it's from royalty, and stuff like that, or something that they worked on. From that 5 million rand, Mapurisa took 2. Gabza took 2. He was left with 1,500,000 to the manager. And then he was left with 500,000. And then Agiti Engwe ile guy. But practically from 5 million, he got maybe 140-something thousand.
Yo.
So now, the question comes to mind. Are they really gatekeepers, and how did those people get or have the right to take the 2 million? This thing, they are gatekeepers in the industry. Is it a real thing? It's a real chat.
You know what's the thing again? I get it, ne? Mari, the thing about these artists is they're also unaware of the deals that they get into.
You just want to get to the top, basically, and you forget the agreements that you make to get there.
And you just want to get it. Just want to get there. You're not sure, hooray, whatever song that you make, whatever project that you make is gonna make you 10 million, and you're only gonna be able to have access to a small percentage of that. When you're still at the bottom, you just want to get yourself to the top. So I think these artists, some of them, are really unaware of the deals that they get themselves into. So you would look at Bumaporesa, for example, as the gatekeepers, but to be honest, they also they're investors. They're investors, and they're also trying to get their buck out of the work that they do with other people.
Yeah.
So, man, I wouldn't really say they're gatekeepers. I would say they're just much more clever as the way
they are gatekeepers.
As to the way they move.
Certain people can sign up to Sony, certain people can perform here, others can't. Now for me, they are gatekeepers. And the thing is, asilama thomo ebulediwa hore those two okarabana le mikai kikale, like it's been doing the rounds. Or no, in order to do this and this and this, these are the people that you need to go through. But those things are everywhere, hey? Those things are everywhere. Like, I remember I went to this other briefing at Tenda ke Kapile Mutune. It's pretty much the same faces that are always there bidding for the same tender. Everything is, and I think that's what Maporis is trying to do, keep everything around him. You understand? So I didn't know her kapsa ke motho biao, but Maporisa ka yena I knew. Maporisa ka yena I knew, and I nahana bare allegedly so. Bale Baba Strata, he paid them 3K. And then nahana ba strata imiretse chelete kanang kanang.
You see, that's the thing I'm talking about, yeah. The artists being aware of the deals that they get themselves into. Because Baba Filidi 3K probably for the feature. Maybe they were charging 3K for a feature. Like if someone comes to me and says, Joe, I want to feature you and I'm charging 3K. They give me my 3K.
Yeah.
How am I going to complain?
Both feel, and that's what you guys agreed on, lehona.
You get me?
Hey, it gets complicated,
Yeah,
hey?
in that case, I want to just say, I'm actually a very good point. You need like to actually what to agree to it. Yeah, that's one thing that's always missing in most of the stories. When I will laugh in most of the stories, I'm trying Mama on ropile. Put it across the what did you what did you agree to? Because most of the time you find yourself for cash up or about to give you a rope on you. You used it on yourself.
I think, Lohana, maybe if it doesn't already exist, agree, Hore, the proceeds, Pina, you're going to get a certain percentage.
There's probably agreements like that. There's probably agreements like that.
There are agreements like that. But the thing, I think when you're getting featured on a track, you don't have the rights to the track. You're just getting paid for your input. So if, for example, like what I said, if Mohumuti, I'm like, hey, bro, good will snippet, they are so-and-so a track that you made. I want to feature you. I'm going to give you 15K. Then I make 15 million out of that. Now because I made a 15 million, you can't come back to me and say, but my royalty, hey, bro, the royalties come to me. It's my song. I featured you. Unless if we're working on the project collaboratively, I mean. And so if it's me and you on the project,
really through and through,
then we're gonna have a contractual agreement. Okay, from the proceeds the song, me and you go 50-50. Once what? Yeah. So again, it comes back to the agreement that they have.
Yeah. You're supposed to know what you get yourself into.
Because right now we might paint Pumaporesa ka pentenso, kare ki gatekeeper, whereas they keeping the promise tse leng hore ba di rile on the agreement le batho bao. So yeah, man.
I love how he used black in that phrase. Yeah, how like wait.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't say it.
No, not come cool. Not getting me. I'm saying painting with black.
Yeah.
Black has always been associated with bad. Yeah, black paint. Anything black is always associated with bad. So just saying to that.
That's the thing, my bra. We do flop ring. No, I don't even wanna. Like I wish they could change this proverb of how we are identified ethnically. I feel like we should be identified as brown, because we're not black, my nigga. We brown.
But they not white also.
They not white also. They peach or whatever color they are.
So now, what are you saying? Like we shouldn't use black and white. We should use peach and brown. And you know there are there's a black family that came to my workplace, ne? And then you know Wana like Babulela Kamkosilo Siling. I think she was 5 or 6, ne?
Yeah.
They go to a Model C school, English on point. So unyoku butama mahai hori, there's a guy, a white guy, who agiti na meter or something. So unyokori, they not taught to say white. Are mama the peach man, the peach uncle. And if for you not like Ibia.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like man, we should change those proverbs, man. I mean,
or just use Africans and Europeans, maybe.
What?
Africans and Europeans.
Yeah. Just use that.
What about Americans?
If ever you don't want to. Yeah.
African American.
Like there shouldn't be an issue to the whole color thing. But but when it comes to Black pride, for instance. They're trying to remove that thing out. Whenever you say something is black, then it should be bad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're trying to change the whole thing.
But now, why is identity... Okay, I'm not saying that identity is not like a big thing, but why is identity so not even overhyped? Why is it too much in our faces these days? As a person now, you can choose to say you identify as, you know, if you are something else, you know, but you can say I identify as something. You can choose your identity, basically, you know, and based on choosing your own identity, now you're going to you're going to allow people to end up making decisions that kind of don't make sense. I don't remember, I saw an interview, this other man, let's say I am a poor someone, ne? Akina chelete, akina selo, akiring, but now I'm going to say, hey, I identify as a rich business man or a rich entrepreneur. You understand? These identities that we form for ourselves, they end up confusing us because it's not really who we are. You know, it's not really who we are. So this sort of freedom that we have, we are taking it too far. We're taking it too far where you end up losing the real you, because I feel like you're sort of living in this fictional world that I identify as blah, 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 you know? And also there was another guy that I saw in the very same series, podcast, okay, I'm a white man. Is it okay for me tomorrow to say I identify as a black female lesbian? You understand? So, it's deep, but this thing, identity.
Speaking of that, who put something so this one is totally different, but something along those lines as well. This one, it's a woman. I think she also identified as lesbian, but what she did was she took in the role, I think a year or so. She went to a voice coach to learn how to speak with more bass. Also she went for a haircut, got a shorter one. Like she tried to she became a man. In just the features for a year, just cause she was a writer, so she was doing a study, so she became a man for a year. Yeah, I'll send you the link. So she became a man for a year, just to see how it is. She thought initially she thought that she was gonna get more advantage as opposed to being a woman, but she learned that it was very horrible being a man for her at that time.
Maybe she's not biologically a man, so she cannot experience the same things.
Remember, she would dress up like a man. She looked like a man, basically.
So basically, society's response. Yeah.
Because at that time she wasn't lesbian. She was appearing as a man.
So just appearance.
Yes, they were treating her as a man at that time. Everybody she came across was treating her as a man. Anybody who didn't know her at that time, yes, they were teaching her as a man. So after her experience, I think she wrote about it. She did a piece on it, and she just said that it was horrible. Like everybody was basically her idea. She thought she was gonna have an advantage over it, but she learned that it was very difficult for her
being a man.
Yeah, she ended up killing herself actually.
What?
Yeah, she got assisted suicide.
The identity. Too much freedom. Because your body is saying, act this way. Naturally, you're a woman. And then when you are doing something...
I'll send you the link, which it's a crazy story.
Sure, I want to see it.
Yeah.
No. I mean, how does it even get to that point? People are saying the things that she experienced when she was a man.
Yeah, apparently, from the story that I read, it was along those lines that but she also was suffering from I have to mention, she was also suffering from depression as well along those lines. So before, yes. So it got more severe after experience as a man.
It got too hard on her.
Yeah. Because of, remember, I think it might be even like a shock. Remember, you have this idea that men have more advantage even if they do in some instances, but it's rich men who do have that advantage. You must check that as well.
Rich
Not-
men.
Not rich men, but which type of men do you have that
Oh,
advantage?
yeah.
It's not all men have that advantage that you understand.
Le rena basadi,
Yeah,
like different women have different
so
advantages.
it's just a group of people. It's not really about a man or woman. It's a group of people doing that. Yeah, but it's very interesting story. I'll send it to you, check it. Very interesting story.
Was it someone in South Africa?
No, it wasn't South Africa.
Not locally.
Not locally.
Eloquent.
Do you think that people in South Africa, writers, not the same writers out here, but do you think that audacious to do something like that? I've never heard of it.
South African caring, not even media space, but when it comes to journalism and stuff, I know. It's just,
I'm not to say
I won't say below average, but not advanced to that stage.
I'm yet to see pieces like that, even like done by. I'm sure they are. I'm just opening my eyes wider.
Maybe.
They might be there because of some things. Well, what is the one thing that you thought was not here in South Africa, was not done in South Africa, and you find out shit, it's been done actually.
Electric cars.
Electric cars.
Like I thought, it's just those and those. Can't there are actual people who drive these cars and actual people.
You think they're not as much as they are in. You thought maybe like the numbers of electric cars in South Africa was less.
Can't it
less than normal cars, but you'll be shocked to see how many people.
Yeah, how many people actually do drive electric cars? Quite a few things.
Yeah.
Hey, quite a few things. Would
you get an electric car when I'm
No, an electric car. I've never really researched, but everything is going green. So if it's for the better, then it's okay. And I hope tabarna load shedding ya loka, because where am I gonna charge that car at Sway?
Like yo, that's the first thing I'm thinking of.
Imagine.
I would like to get a Tesla, but where the fuck am I gonna charge that shit?
Unless in places like Corona we don't have load shedding, but then when everybody to the cable, you stay 2-3 days. Now stuck in. And apparently like different charging your phone, there's fast charging, there's charging that takes a while, you understand, but a full charge 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah, there's cars I think there might be cars who do it for less, but yeah, the majority of them do it for
Marake
full charge. I wonder
man.
Some things are for first world.
100 units per hour.
Yo, nahana. Yeah, but
how much is that?
Hey, bro. Yo, bro.
It's a lot.
That could be like 700 to 800 units, and yo, up in South Africa, 800 units is like 1.6. Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently mabone le hona aya hore o reka a Eskom or o reka a Tshwane.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, municipal. I can really know the rates but do na like 18 point something percent. Yeah, Eskom.
Customers.
It's a decimal lower, but it's there. It's a decimal lower, but it's there. Adi Tshwane its own. That Tshwane is cheaper. Yeah.
Just crazy. So, guys, tell us what you think about that. Would you get an electric car?
Would you? Yeah, we're going green.
But it's a cost, by yeah. But anyways, guys, it's been lovely hanging. We gotta be.
It's a nice day. It's a nice hot day.
It's a nice hot day in my opinion. That's not that nice.
Wabila, this place is hot. Limpopo style. Nah, y'all need to do better. But anyway, guys, do like, share, subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, The Joint Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Joint_podcast ZA. TikTok, The Joint Podcast. We're also on TikTok.
Also and as well.
Yeah. We post snippets. And I think we should start posting bloopers. Yeah. Because nkile rabana wena the bloopers tsa hao o thoma wena. Who does the bonzi belong to is just a lot. But let us love and leave you guys. Ciao.
Chogi. Bitoko.
Bye guys.
Hola.
Please.